Good morning, my dear students. A warm welcome to all of you to the English class. I hope all of you are fine at home. Today, we are going to discuss about the sixth chapter, My Childhood, written by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He served as the 11th President of India from 2002 to 2007. The great scientist, the missile man of India, who is also known as the People's President. The full name of APJ Abdul Kalam is Abul Pakir Jainuddin Abdul Kalam. He was born on 15th October 1931 in a Tamil Muslim family in Rameshwaram, Tamil Nadu. You should remember that today is October 15th. To honor and mark the importance of India's 11th President APJ Abdul Kalam, in 2010 the United Nations declared his birthday on 15th October to be celebrated as World Students' Day. He was a scientist who has also been a statesman. Ignited Minds, Mission India, Guiding Souls, Failure to Success, You Are Unique are some of his books. His autobiography is Wings of Fire. It is also published in Malayalam named Agnichiravugal. This extracts My Childhood has taken from his autobiography Wings of Fire. This chapter talks about his childhood. Let us go through the lesson. Look at page number 68 in your textbook, chapter 6, My Childhood. Before you read, can you think of any scientist who have also been statesmen? Here, this chapter talks about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He is a scientist and also a statesman. Statesman means politician. APJ Abdul Kalam, whose projects in space, defense and nuclear technology guided India into the 21st century, became our 11th president in 2002. He is our 11th president in 2002. In his autobiography Wings of Fire, he speaks of his childhood. Kalam was the project director of India's first satellite launch vehicle, SLV-3, which successfully deployed the Rohini satellite in near Earth orbit. Kalam has also played a contributory role in the development of Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle, that is PSLV. Kalam played an instrumental role in developing missiles like Agni and Prithvi under the Integrated Guided Missile Development Program, of which he was the chief executive. Kalam is also credited with playing a major role in the Pokhran 2 nuclear test, which were carried out during his stint as the chief scientific advisor to the Prime Minister and Secretary of the Defense Research and Development Organization from July 1992 to December 1999. Kalam has received the Bharat Ratna for his contributions to scientific research and modernization of defense technology in India. This chapter is taken from his autobiography, The Wings of Fire. Its name is My Childhood. This chapter talks about the childhood of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Look at the first paragraph. I was born into a middle-class Tamil family in the island town of Rameshwaram in the erstwhile Madras state. My father, Jainuddin, had neither much formal education nor much wealth. Despite these disadvantages, he possessed a great innate wisdom and a true generosity of spirit. He had an ideal helpmate in my mother, Ashiyamma. I do not recall the exact number of people she fed every day, but I am quite certain that far more outsiders ate with us than all the members of our own family put together. This paragraph explains about his family background. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was born in a middle class family. That means that his family is not very rich or not very poor. It is in the island town of Rameshwaram. Island means a place surrounded by water. Rameshwaram is located in the erstwhile Madras state. Erstwhile means former. Now Madras is known as Tamil Nadu. This is the picture of Tamil Nadu and Rameshwaram. His father's name was Jainuddin and his mother's name was Ashiyamma. he is not a very rich man. That we have already learned that it is a middle class family. But his father is a very wise man. He had an ideal support for his mother Ashiam. Every day, a lot of people came to their house and his mother gave food to all of them. The outsiders came to their house are more than their family members. Look at the second paragraph. I was one of many children, a short boy with rather undistinguished looks, born to tall and handsome parents. We lived in our ancestral house, which was built in the middle of the 19th century. It was a fairly large Pakka house made of limestone and brick on the Mosque Street in Rameshwaram. My austere father used to avoid all inessential comforts and luxuries. However, all necessities were provided for in terms of food, medicine, or clothes. In fact, I would say mine was a very secure childhood, both materially and emotionally. This paragraph shows that Abdul Kalam had 3 brothers and 1 sister. Undistinguished looks means ordinary look because his parents were handsome. That means they were good looking. He is comparatively a short boy. They lived in their old ancestral house. Ancestral means inherited. That is something got from parents, grandparents and great grandparents and so on. It was a large Pakka house means a house made of brick and limestone. It was in the Mosque Street in Rameshwaram. Their location is in Mosque Street in Rameshwaram. My austere father means my simple but strict father used to avoid all the things that are not necessary for us, especially comfort giving things. That is mean by comforts and luxuries. But he had given food, medicine, and clothes for us. I would say that my childhood was safe both economically and emotionally. Look at third paragraph. The Second World War broke out in 1939 when I was 8 years old. For reasons I have never been able to understand, a sudden demand for tamarind seeds erupted in the market. I used to collect the seeds and sell them to a provision shop on Mosque Street. A day's collection would fetch me the princely sum of 1 anna. My brother-in-law Jainuddin would tell me stories about the war which I would later attempt to trace in the headlines in Dinamani. Our area, being isolated, was completely unaffected by the war. But soon India was forced to join the Allied forces and something like a state of emergency was declared. The first casualty came in the form of the suspension of the train halt at Rameshwaram station. The newspapers now had to be bundled and thrown out from the moving train on the Rameshwaram road between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi. That forced my cousin Shamsuddin, who distributed newspapers in Rameshwaram, to look for a helping hand to catch the bundles, and, as if naturally, I filled the slot. Shamsuddin helped me earn my first wages. Half a century later, I can still feel the surge of pride in earning my own money for the first time. This paragraph explains that when Abdul Kalam was only 8 years old, the Second World War broke out in 1939. I couldn't understand the reason for why the World War had begun because he was only 8 years old. There was suddenly a great demand for tamarind seeds. Tamarind seeds means a kind of tree. In our mother tongue, it is known as Valanbuli. This is the tamarind seed. In the olden days, in our places, it is used for cattle feed. Abdul Kalam would collect these seeds and sell them in the market. Provision shop means grocery shop. He sold it in the provision shop. That means he sold it in the nearby grocery shop. It is located in the Mosque Street. The grocery shop is located in the Mosque Street. In a day, I would get 1 anna. Anna is an old Indian coin. Ana, Chakra, Paisa, etc. These are the old Indian coins. Now we can see 1 rupee coin, 2 rupee, etc. 1 Ana worth about 6 paise. Our area was separated and was completely unaffected by the war. His brother-in-law Jainuddin would told me about the stories of war to him. Later, he reached it in the headlines of Dinamani. It is a newspaper. Dinamani is a newspaper. Two parties are there in the Second World War. India joined in the Allied forces. Allied force means combined force. That is the armies of UK, USA and Russia. Thus, emergency was declared. Emergency means president's rule. So, the first casualty came, that is temporary stoppage of train at Rameshwaram. The stoppage of train had stopped. So, the bundle of newspaper had thrown out from the moving train between Rameshwaram and Dhanushkodi. Kalam's cousin Shamsuddin had distributed the newspaper in Rameshwaram. So, he wanted an assistant and I helped him. Thus Kalam earned his first wages. After a long time too, he had felt pride about his first earning. Now look at the fourth paragraph. Every child is born with some inherited characteristics into a specific socio-economic and emotional environment and trained in certain ways by figures of authority. I inherited honesty and self-discipline from my father. From my mother, I inherited faith in goodness and deep kindness, and so did my 3 brothers and sisters. I had 3 close friends in my childhood, Ramanatha Shastri, Aravindan and Shiva Prakashan. All these boys were from orthodox Hindu Brahmin families. As children, none of us ever felt any difference amongst ourselves because of our religious differences and upbringing. In fact, Ramanatha Shastri was the son of Pakshi Lakshmana Shastri, the high priest of the Rameshwaram temple. Later, he took over the priesthood of the Rameshwaram temple from his father. Aravindan went into the business of arranging transport for visiting pilgrims, and Shiva Prakashan became a catering contractor for the Southern Railways. Paragraph explains about his friends. Figures of authority means a person who has authorities over another person. That means a person who has the power to give order or make decision. As a child, who is the figure of authority? His parents. Next figure of authority is teachers. In this sentence, Kalam said that a child has born with some inherited characteristic. That means that characters got by birth. We have already learned that his family gives him a secure childhood both materially and emotionally. He got honesty and self-discipline from his father. His father was an honest and self-disciplined man. And he got goodness and deep kindness from his mother. He had 3 brothers and 1 sister. They also got these qualities from their parents. And he had 3 friends. They were Ramanatha Shastri, Aravindan and Shiva Prakashan. They are from orthodox Hindu Brahmin family. Orthodox means strict. But APJ Abdul Kalam is from a Muslim family. But they never felt any religious differences between them. When these 3 friends grew up, Ramanatha Shastri was the son of a high priest and later he became the priest of Rameshwaram temple. And Aravindan, his other friend, went into business and Shiva Prakashan, his next friend, became the catering contractor. They were his best friends. These are the best friends of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Look at the 5th paragraph. During the annual Sri Sitarama Kalyanam ceremony, our family used to arrange boats with a special platform for carrying idols of the Lord from the temple to the marriage site, situated in the middle of the pond called Rama Tirtha, which was near our house. Events from the Ramayana and from the life of the prophet were the bedtime stories my mother and grandmother would tell the children in our family. This paragraph talks about different festivals near to his house. Sitarama Kalyanam, it is also known as Kalyanolsavam. In South India, marriage is known as Kalyanam. Rama and Sita's marriage is known as Sitarama Kalyanam. APJ's family also participate in this ceremony. They arrange platforms in a boat to carry the idols of Lord from the temple to the marriage site. It is situated in the middle of the pond. The pond is called Ramatirtha and it was near APJ's house. APJ said that they would listen to the stories of Ramayana and stories of prophets from his mother and grandmother as bedtime stories, that is stories of Hindu gods and Muslim gods. He said that there was no religious separation among them. So dear children, that's the end of today's class. Hope all of you have understood the topics very well. You should read between the lines and find out the answers to the questions given in page number 75, that is question number 1 to 5 in your textbook. Thank you everyone. See you in the next class.